What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we're breaking down the Final Fantasy news of the week. We've had multiple stories pretty much listed on the lodestone, from the event schedule for FanFest, which is here in just under 2 weeks, and a giant whale for sale, as well as the announcement of the next live letter, which is going to be happening out at FanFest. So I figured, why not group these together, bundle them up, and let's discuss. So if you've never been out to FanFest, or you're just trying to figure out when to watch the streams, here is pretty much the breakdown of what is happening. So the event is happening from Friday, November the 16th and Saturday, November the 17th. And on this page, and the link is in the description below, you can see when everything is happening. So at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, so if you're Central folk like me, that's going to be at 12:30 a.m. well, p.m. and obviously around lunch. So Naoki Yoshida, Yoshi P, is going to take the stage and talk to us about presumably 5.0. If it's not 5.0, it's going to be a weird, awkward moment in that in that auditorium. But this is where he's going to take an hour and he's going to go over several things. Following that, there's going to be a welcome ceremony in which, that as kind of in the past, Yoshi P has brought on several guests. There've been some kind of thing, some kind of kickoff to the event, where they welcome the group as well as they welcome many prominent figures on stage. Following that, we've got the development panel featuring, I'm not going to butcher his name. So if you know the Weapons Refrain Ultimate, this is the guy who designed that fight. So he's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about some of the challenges and things that is happening over in that whole sphere of game development and design. So from 2:30 to 3:45 is the lore panel, Between Two Ferns. So this is where, at least in the last time we were out there, they talked about issues with the book. So they kind of, obviously promoting the lore book, and they were like kind of showcasing the font, why they chose it, how all their decisions that went into making the book what it is, and then as well as any issues that have actually occurred in the book. So if you go and look, they were kind of like, well, this really isn't the sign for this one of the deities, etc., etc. So with the new lore book coming out, I'm sure that's going to be a prominent discussion, as well as there's going to be a Q&A where we could ask questions and they can provide answers. And really, this is a really deep time to really kind of dive into the lore itself. One of the best things about it is really kind of finding out how these guys think. They have a giant Bible of information about the game as a whole, and it's always fun to see what directions they go with it. Plus, it's always a lot of fun. Koji is a blast to be able to kind of listen to and talk to and see how he thinks, especially when he sings, which, who knows, we might see him sing again at the the music concert. At 4:30 to 5:30, they're going to have a costume contest, and then at 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. there's going to be a piano concert, and Susan Calloway is going to be performing around that time. So what's really cool is that also after this, I know we're going to be out there, and then there's the LBR after party, which is going to be occurring. So we're going to be there. If you guys see us, feel free to please stop us, say hi. We're really friendly. At least we assume we are. And and so that is day one. Day two gets into the Feast Regional Championship. You might not necessarily be interested in PvP, but it is a different electrifying environment when we're out there at FanFest. And that's taking place from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On Saturday. And then we will positively look forward to it from 2 to 3. This is where Yoshi P and sound director Soken are going to take the stage to field live questions from the audience. Attendees can prepare with burning questions, and now is a chance to ask. Hopefully we get some really good questions, but sometimes it tends to devolve into just glamour and housing questions regardless. Then at 3:30 to 5 o'clock, so they're going to break for 30 minutes, they're going to have Yoshi P in a two-part special preview. Yoshi P is going to detail patch 4.5. How this kind of worked last time was there was 5.0, and then kind of day one was a lot about 5.0 and talking about the future. That might come up in the lore panel as well. Positively look forward to it. Does tend to kind of field more 5.0 questions because of that, and then they shift into 4.5 talk because we still have 4.5 to go through in and of itself. There might be some teases, but typically in the past, this piece of it has really primarily focused in on what we're going to be playing probably come January. And then at 7 to 8:30, the Primals live concert is going to happen, and this kind of rounds out the day. So after that, FanFest is technically over. You're going to be in Vegas, so plenty of things to do, plenty of people to do it with. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You can watch this on Twitch, and the link is in the description of this page. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out the link to this. get this bookmarked for your schedule. It is going to be a lot of really cool information. The nice thing is that some of this and most of this is going to be presented in English and in Japanese. How it happened last time was Yoshi P comes out speaking English, then eventually transitions to Japanese just because he's more comfortable with it, and they do an English translation as well. So for the English audience out there, you're not going to have to wait on an official translation a couple weeks from now. You're going to be able to get the information, and I'm really excited, guys. This is awesome. Now, in other news, we got the Whale of a Tail, the new mount, and this was leaked. This was teased. This was, you know, we've seen pictures of this, or if you've gone through any kind of Reddit thread, you've been able to find this information. The rumor was this was a 4-man, and when somebody linked to me that this mount was for sale, I was immediately mad. I was literally just livid because I was sitting here, I was like, a 4-man mount, and the only way to get it is to buy it. And then it turns out it's only a 2-man, and so that context shifted. I was like, all right, you know, it's a $30 mount. I'm gonna go hit play. You guys can kind of see this summon out here as well. So this is an epic mount, $30. I'm going to wait until sometime there's going to be a sale on these mounts in the future. It is account wide, so you buy it, and any character that you have is going to have it. I'm gonna. So as far as it goes, like, you can now purchase this if you so wish. Obviously, buying things like from the Mog Station, you know, supports the game in various other ways. So just keep that in mind. So then we got the golden upholstered wall and various other you know, things that you can purchase, you know, for $5 or $10 respectively. Obviously, I think the big one is the mount here in this case, so it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Then letter from the producer live, like we talked about at the various times. Here is going to be the Twitch link in which that you can watch it as well. And they say that it's going to focus in on patch 4.5 and miscellaneous announcements. Learn more about the Las Vegas Fan Festival right here. Like we said, Chris and I are going to be out there. Chris is out at BlizzCon right now, so hopefully we'll be able to get some information from him as well. That's pretty much it. Like, there was some, I'm working on I guess, like, kind of a predictions video. Predictions videos are more fun than anything else because it's that, they end up boiling down to what I want to happen. And when you really kind of break it down to what you think is going to happen, they're going to announce 5.0. It's going to be something, and there you go. Like, if you want to play it safe, I like to kind of go a little bit out in left field. And kind of try to make connections where maybe they don't exist. But anyway, I've been working on that. I'm looking forward to releasing it. Annie's excited. She's really looking forward to me releasing that video. All right, guys, for Work To Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You. Yes, you on YouTube. You. Look into my eye. Look into the feasting eye of Charles Gubu, a.k.a. Chuck. Listen, I totally know you want to hit that subscribe button. It's really important you do. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it. The eyes don't lie. Okay. All right. Good talk. Good talk. Oh, and thanks to our patrons. You guys are amazing. Gubu, Chubu, out.